acknowledge that we are located on the traditional territory of the Lakota people, and adoption of public agenda. I have a second. Director Chapman, second. Discussion. All in favor? Opposed? Seeing none, motion is carried. Petition and delegations? None. Business arising? Adoption. Did I miss adoption? Oh, there it is.
I will move that the minutes of the regular meeting of the MSC held on November 23rd, 2022 be adopted as presented.
Director Lott, second. Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Seeing none, carried. Business arising? None. Chair's report? None. Staff report? I was just elected and I don't have a report. I apologize. Well, that's the report. Okay. Staff report, the 2024 schedule of committee meetings. That the report from the CAO be received.
So moved.
Director Colburn?
Second.
Director Chapman, discussion. All in favor? Opposed? Seeing none, motion is carried. And that the proposed 2024 Municipal Service Meeting schedule attached to the April 26, 2024 report from the CAO be approved.
Moved.
Mr. Chapman?
Second.
Director Colburn, discussion. All in favor? Opposed? Seeing none, carried. Director's compensation bylaw, report from the CAO be received.
So moved.
Director Chapman?
Second.
Director Colburn, discussion. Director Sinnott.
Yes, thank you, Chair. Just wanting to ask staff, are we having a planned review? I think the report mentions there's a potential for a review that's due or such.
Mr. Chairman, the schedule for review in the bylaw itself for the board, not for the electoral area services, but for the board states that that would occur in the first quarter of 2024. So essentially that has been, that has slipped just by oversight, if nothing else. So I think it is something that the committee may want to recommend to the board if it wishes to proceed with that. It can do that.
Director Sinnott.
Well, then I'll have a subsequent.
Okay, so on this receipt, all in favor? Opposed? Seeing none, carried. Director Sinnott.
Yeah, then I would make a recommendation to the board that we proceed with doing the review as recommended in the prior report and, well, that was referenced in the CAO's report.
Second.
Director Kerr, second. Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Seeing none, carried. Okay, bylaws. None. Correspondence. Healthcare recruitment program for Campbell River. That the May 26, 2023 news release from Civic Info BC regarding the City of Campbell River's healthcare recruitment support program be received.
So moved.
Director Chapman, Director Colburn for second. Discussion. All in favor? Opposed? Seeing none, carried. I'm going to slow right down now because this is going really fast. No, it would seem unproductive. Director's report, I think we should hear from each one of you. Director Colburn?
For regional business, the report that I presented last on the last regular board meeting about the rockfall hazard, we have heard from 0 participants in any of the areas. There was one news article that came out. No one else has responded. That's my report. Thank you.
Director Kerr?
Thank you, Chair Baker. Yeah, seeing as this is the first municipal services meeting of this term with, we've had a certain turnover too. So I just want to welcome all the municipal directors. I think in the past, we did meet fairly regularly. And, there was some, definitely, I think the municipalities, as much as the electoral areas have their own issues that they have in common, there's certainly ones that the municipalities have in common. So it's a good opportunity, actually, to discuss that and work together, especially in terms of lobbying. With our resource sector and stuff like that, that I think that the municipalities have possibly a lot more in common than electoral areas in terms of their attitudes on, the focus on regional items, fish farms, logging, mining, the resource industries. So I think this is a good forum to discuss that and to send recommendations out of. So I'm looking forward to, this year meeting occasionally anyways and discussing some of those projects.
Thank you. Director Senate.
Yes, thank you, Chair. Yeah, I'm particularly keen on making sure that we have alignment with the regional priorities and the various interests of the municipalities. It is good to leverage the work that the SRD has and the various special advantages they have. I mean, we're thinking about the workforce housing project that's going ahead with the housing service now, which will benefit Campbell River, is a great one, as well as understanding how the economics of the region overall are impacted, particularly in the municipalities, as Director Kerr has mentioned. And bringing back some of the issues that may be of interest to us as municipal directors, like staff capacity issues, and ensuring that staff resourcing can proceed in a reasonable way without being overwhelmed with demands either from the municipalities or the electoral areas taking staff off their priorities. Thanks.
Thank you. Director Dole.
I'm happy to be here.
Excellent. Director Lott.
I don't think I can get it shorter than that. I think
You just grunt.
SRD, this is the first time I've sat as a director and worked within a federation with such diverse interests. And I find that there's a distinction between municipal interests and the electoral areas. So it'd be nice to be able to get together in a forum with folks that are dealing with a lot of the municipal issues that are coming up right now. And for example, you're just finishing off our municipal budget, just adopting our basically our official community plan to meet the requirements that the provinces has put forward. So it's going to be interesting to deal with my colleagues here that are involved in making those municipal decisions. So I think this will be a really good forum for me to participate in. So thank you.
Thank you. Director Chapman.
For someone who's going to say it was be shorter than Kermit's, that's pretty long-winded.
I know.
I've got several issues on my mind. One is the healthcare system in the province, and particularly with Vancouver Island. It appears, and proof is in the pudding, that Vancouver Island Health Authority is having some very severely difficult times managing the healthcare system north of the Malahat. And I think we need to be not only just critical, but I think we need to be ready to propose alternatives. And I'm working on some concepts such as, take you back to the old days, hospitals were run by a local board. And the abortion issue came up, so the province snatched everything away, wholly, totally, and completely. But now I think we need to go back and give some local autonomy, and I'm working out some concepts for each regional district being a local health authority, so we can recruit our own people, how we want, selling the lifestyle, the work-life balance, and so forth. The other issue is the tourism. I think regionally, we could probably do more in tourism to attract more people to the area, because that seems to be one of the more, it's not lucrative, but one of the more busier areas, its sectors in the spring, summer, and fall. So I think I have some concepts we can discuss on how we increase that. And not only that, but try to tap into some provincial money on helping us with the infrastructure to help us with tourism. So the province does give grants for that. So I think we should maybe look at pursuing that. That's not in our goals and objectives. Once we discuss the concepts, and if we're happy with what we think we want to do, we can always change it and amend it. But for the time, I think we should be talking about it so that perhaps next year we have more of a formulated plan to move forward. Thank you.
Thank you. That's it for the director's reports. New business. Sorry? Martin, is he online? I'm sorry, I didn't know you were there. Hi,
Sorry,
Martin.
I'm just off here in virtual land, but I am in fact here. Yeah, no, I'm happy to be here and halfway through my second term. My interests are such things as better emergency planning on a regional level, and you might be surprised at this, resource development as well, because we certainly have a shortage of jobs in our region, and I'd like to see some things to rectify that, whatever we can do to help that along. I know some people might take that ironically, but I mean it literally. So, yeah, thanks.
Sorry, I'm not sure what to say now. Okay, so there we go. Director's reports, new business, none. None, closed session. Oh, that the report from the CAO be received.
Move receipt.
Director Senate. Thank you, Director Lott. Discussion, all in favor? Opposed? Seeing none, carried. And that the closed meeting be held for the following public meeting to consider the matters deemed to fall within the parameters of subsection 90-1K, N, and O of the Community Charter.
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
Director Senate, Director Chapman, discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Seeing none, carried. We are now going into closed session.